This is Snowman, where true sports talk lives.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
Next! We roll on here from Henderson, North Carolina. Snowman in the morning back. I got Michael Lyle coming at the bottom of this hour to discuss the Washington Nationals being 2 wins away from Baseball Hallelujah Land, the World Championship. You can advertise with us if you have a small business, or if you have a business, or if you want to get your name out there. Drop an email to snowmaninthemorning@gmail.com. That's snowmaninthemorning@gmail.com. Let's talk basketball, shall we? I don't care what anybody says. Well, first of all, let me admit something. The Los Angeles Clippers are proving me wrong. And that's one of the things I love about sports. The Clippers are proving me wrong. Snatching up Kawhi Leonard, even without Paul George. They're handling business. They crowned the Warriors last night by 19 in the first regular season game in the Chase Center. Now, the Warriors are still going to be reckoned with, but they had a lot of missing pieces. Some due to departure. Draymond Green ripped them for their lack of effort on defense. And I can't blame them. I absolutely cannot blame Draymond Green. Now, this is only game 1. There's a long way to go in the season. I'll say it again. The Clippers are proving me wrong. Kawhi Leonard and company are proving me wrong again. They did it in June. He did it in June with the Toronto Raptors, and he's doing it now with the Los Angeles Clippers. And for you LeBron stands out there, I'm going to say some stuff that are going to have you looking at me, but I don't care. And it goes like this. LeBron James is done. Let me say that again. I said it a few years ago after the Warriors beat him not once but twice in the NBA World Championship Series. I said it last year, and I'm going to say it this year. It goes like this. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are done. Period. Why do I say this? Did y'all see what happened in the Staples Center the other night? Kawhi kept blowing by him. Lou Williams kept blowing by him. The Clippers outplayed LeBron James and the Lakers, and I never thought I would see an NBA superstar have that many steps off. If you think having LeBron James at point guard is going to help the Lakers get to the playoffs, let alone get to the World Championship Series, you are crazy. I said this to some friends of mine, one of which I hope to get on here in a couple of seconds. But if you think having LeBron as your point guard is going to solve problems in Lakerland, you're crazy. Frank Vogel is going to be the fall guy, and he's going to be the fall guy by Christmas. Put Jason Kidd as the assistant head coach. And they also put him as a coach in waiting. Because you know what's going to happen. The Lakers are going to play out of control. They're not going to be together. And then Frank Vogel's going to be the fall guy. Watch. I don't give it till Christmas. But to be fair, I will give it to Christmas. Let me welcome Cole Johnson on the hotline. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, I heard Vogel. I heard scheming. I heard issuing a pink slip. You talking about the Lakers.
Oh, what else? What else? Do you actually do people really get it? What's going on in Lakerland? Do they get it? Because I certainly don't.
I don't think they do.
They don't, man. They don't.
Here's what I find head scratching. We've had some really good play.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some really good play these last 3 nights.
Yep.
we've seen the Clippers show that they are the best team in the land.
I
Period.
will agree with that.
Like I thought they would, just like I thought they would be.
I will agree with that. Okay, and this is coming from a guy who covers the Warriors, the Bulls, and the San Antonio Spurs. I said at the top of this segment, the Clippers have proven me wrong, and I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Kawhi. Period.
Well,
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Claw. I'm a big fan of the Claw. But I will say it again. And I got Michael out coming at the bottom of the hour to talk some baseball, but I wanted to get Cole Johnson on here. Laker fans, listen to me carefully. Listen to us carefully. If you think having LeBron at point guard in his 17th year, knowing he's lost about 500 steps, to solve your problems, you're crazy.
Now, if the Lakers did this and LeBron was 25,
yes, maybe being the operative word.
Yeah, but I mean he'll be blowing his 35th candle out after Christmas. So you're having a guy who has a whole ton of tread worn on his tires, and he's going to direct your team. I don't. When I heard it, I was like, okay, I get the skill set. I'm not sure if the mindset of LeBron is there to be a point guard.
The first game of the year should tell you it's not. Good grief. I mean, how many times do I need to say this? It's not going to work. We've been saying this since the summer that this ain't going to work.
No. Look, when you can actually say the best player in your team, at least the game that we saw them play, is Danny Green, that should tell you something.
And let's bring up another factor. Everybody's oohing and on about Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. Two problems. A, he hasn't played a full season.
That's right. Ever in his NBA career.
In his career, he's never played a full season. And B, he still has a bum shoulder.
Oh, and doesn't he have a bum finger to go with it too?
Yep.
So you're hitching your wagon onto a guy who, age-wise, in his prime, and when he's healthy, he is a great basketball player.
He's a monster. Absolutely.
Cannot say anything bad about the guy. Love how he plays.
Exactly.
But you're hitching your wagon to a guy who, in a snap of a finger, can be hurt, and another guy who is in the twilight career, who has probably logged over 50,000 minutes in the NBA.
Yep.
And he's coming off of his first big time injury of his career.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that, Lakers fan, that an injured player in his prime, injury in his prime, and a guy in the twilight of his career is going to bring you guys a 17th banner? Oh, I'm so sorry. I should not disrespect Minnesota. I'm sorry, because the Lakers first 6 of their championships that you all claim in Minneapolis.
In Minneapolis.
So you mean to tell me the Lakers are going to be draping their 11th banner in June? No.
They won't even see.
When that team's constructed.
Mid-April. They won't see mid-April. I mean,
if they play like
gracious.
If they played like they did Tuesday, they won't see mid-April. They won't. And I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just saying that they can't play like that.
No, they can't. They really, really can't. And you remember you sent me a message saying a certain radio personality not only picked them to win the NBA championship, but also picked a certain player to be the most valuable player. To me, right now, the most valuable player is Kawhi Leonard. And he's going to prove it for 82 games. I take that back. I'll give you two choices. Kawhi Leonard is one. The Greek Freak other.
Well, look, let's tip the cap to that triple-double he put on the Rockets. Yes.
And look, I know you're a Rockets fan, but I loved seeing Milwaukee come back. You see the problems with the Houston Rockets already.
Look, the same problem that the Rockets will have and showed to have is going to be the same problem that the Heat had way back in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Who's going to take the last shot? You take the last shot. No, you take the last shot. No, you take the last shot. You take the last shot. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is going to look at him and say, well, one of you take the last shot? And all the while, they're going to sink. So we saw a microcosm of that.
Yep.
And while the reigning defending MVP proved why he's the MVP and put a triple-double on him.
Did we not talk about this all summer? People refuse to believe us. Okay, the Clippers are proving me wrong. I'm not going to worry about Golden State either. They got a lot of missing pieces due to injury, okay? But Draymond Green called them out defensively, and I expect that to motivate them. As far as the Rockets and Lakers go, problems abound, and that's being nice.
Problems about both teams. I do think both will bounce back. I think they will make a playoff bid.
Yes.
However, I don't see them going far. I don't see them going far. Either one. I don't see them going far the way they're constructed because, you got on the Rockets, you got two guys who basically the same type of player.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you want to have the same type of player on the floor with one another if one is not going to acquiesce and play a different role?
And neither one of them's going to change.
Right.
I told you this when the deal went down. When the deal went down, there was, how do I put this? There was no sizzle with that steak.
Well, on top of it too, we were starting to see some of that same type of sizzle off of steak with Chris Paul. The only difference is Paul actually has point guard skills than Westbrook does.
Yeah.
And so he could actually tailor his game to be that. The problem with that was Harden wanted to have the ball too. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you're a shooting guard who, you have the responsibilities of a point, so that's cool. But if you have a point guard who knows how to play the position better than you, should you want to actually let him play it? And shouldn't you want to play off the ball so you wouldn't have that responsibility all the time? Because you know the ball's going to come to you with this guy. That, to me, is what I find ridiculous about, along with that step-back travel, that is what I find ridiculous about James Harden.
Oh, not the step-back travel, which
I mean the step-back three.
Not that step-back travel, which he did, I don't know, about 8-9 times.
So the thing is, the NBA wants the Rockets and the Lakers to be the splash because, let's be quite honest. You know, you have a guy who scores 30 points a game now, supposedly, and you have a guy who supposedly is now the walking triple-double because he's done it the last 3 years.
And I still question those triple-doubles. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize to me. I'm just saying supposedly.
And that's the key word. That's the key word.
And supposedly we have a LeBron James who's hungry to win and hates the fact that he went home early in the playoffs not made the playoffs last year. And then you have Anthony Davis who wants to prove that he played for a winner and that playing for the Pelicans wasn't good enough. You have the NBA wanting these two teams to be the stars of the league, and I'm thinking you're missing your whole focus.
Yep.
Because, and this is what angers me. We're talking about the Lakers. They're not the best team in their city.
Nope.
And meanwhile, we have the best team in their city prove to be the best team in their league, and just shut down the Lakers defensively when they played them, and then put on an offensive performance without Paul George on the team on the road in San Francisco.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me
that
we're just going to ignore the Clippers?
And that was some beautiful basketball.
Yeah.
From
so
a
we're going to
fellow
ignore
who
that.
enjoyed who enjoys old school basketball, we talk of the '86 Celtics all the time, the Showtime
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, the '90s Bulls. The Clippers are playing some beautiful basketball, and it seems like Doc Rivers is going to get it right the same way he got it right in Boston in 2008 with the Boston
I agree.
Celtics.
I agree.
You know what?
I agree.
We talked of not selling, and I got a guest coming on here
Yeah, I
in
know.
about 120 seconds. I'm going to have you on next week so we can really dive into this. I'll clear an hour and then we'll this. But I leave you with this point, or with
All right.
these points. Don't worry about the Warriors; they're going to be fine. Clippers are the best team in the West right now, and if you expect the Lakers to win over 40 games, you're crazy. Period.
Mm. Yeah, the Warriors are fine. But I think they got a wake up call they have though.
And they need and they'll take advantage of it. They'll take
I think they will.
they'll take advantage of it. Let me get you out of here. I'll talk to you next week, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, brother. Well, thank you, brother.
Cole Johnson joining me as he always does each week. We're going to really dive into the NBA, and I'm looking forward at 11:35 to being on the Sports Junkies with my buddy Chris Pirtle talking about how James Harden laid an egg. He laid a big time egg. Oops. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I can't get it.